Howdy.
Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Variant Edition's new releases show. My name is Danica.
My name's Brandon.
Are you sure about that?
No, my name's Brandon.
Okay, you should have some water.
No. I don't need water. Welcome back.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Thanks for understanding last week. I had some personal issues, otherwise known as a bad case of depression.
A little bit of depression.
A little bit depression.
Kind of hard to keep the train rolling.
Yeah, so when Brandon leaves, the train just goes into a lake and everybody drowns.
Yeah, the classic lake train.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
They're going over a lake, and then you just go, okay, see ya, and the train just goes, whoa!
Like when you're at the Universal tour and you're doing the part where they're just like, hey, Jaws is in this water. And then the tram tips over to the side and you're like, oh no, it could get Jawsed. You don't though. You're fine.
I don't know, because I've never been to your fancy theme park. Never had a fancy theme park vacation, Brandon.
To Universal Studios?
Yeah, never been.
Yeah.
My parents didn't take us to theme parks, which is fair because we're all very bookish people and we would hate.
I was going to say, your family doesn't strike me as going on rides.
No, I don't remember. I used to go to K-Days when I was in like junior high and high school.
Yeah.
I don't remember ever going to like a fair or anything with my parents. I don't think it ever happened. That's canon now. I don't think it ever happened.
I went to too many. But that was partly in the marching band.
Nerd.
Yeah, you go to a lot of fairs. You get to walk around. What's Calgary's weird horse theater thing where they do the show jumping?
I can't answer that for you.
I forget the name. Anyways, that's where I bought my riding crop.
I'm gonna take that in a really dirty way. Thank you. I am feeling better. So after last weekend, basically once Free Comic Book Day was ended, my body went, all right, now you're gonna feel real sad for a couple days. And I went, no. And it went, yeah, you are.
And your brain went into the lake with you.
Into the sea. So I let that happen because sometimes you just gotta let it happen. And then I worked Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Brandon and I talked about it, and then Brandon and Andrew and I talked about it, and I took Thursday, Friday, Saturday off. Technically, I work from home Sunday, but by then I was good.
Yeah.
And then Monday was just like our fun day.
Yeah.
Back today, basically. And wow, I needed that time off. I was hitting the wall kind of like repeatedly over the last few months. But of course, it's the lead up to Free Comic Book Day. Chip is this Saturday. Like May is kind of nonstop.
Chips are our last big thing in May.
Yeah, actually. And then that'll be cool.
We got to remember to get up early tomorrow.
Yes, I know. But that's not a public thing.
No. Sometimes I forget though.
Oh, okay. I put it on the calendar.
Yep.
So I spent some time. I did stuff around the house. I was very productive. But I also did a lot of reading. I lazed about and kind of let myself do whatever. I actually got this half of the room painted. So I'm very proud of that. So I will be fixing this wall. The whole place is going to go roasted chestnut, and I'm very excited for it.
Do you want to show the people? You can turn your laptop and we can pop it up.
Yeah, I guess it's clean enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clean enough for like our purposes. We're painting.
Here, wait.
So that's how it's going so far. Ooh la la. Sasufi. So yeah, that's the mess that is the second half of our office right now. It normally has more books and a television and 2 cats. Boop. Yeah, so that's what Danico's up to. Very cool.
Yeah, I felt very productive, and I've been wanting to paint this office for a while. And now, since this wall is done, we can start hanging shelves and put somebody's McSweeney's collection up. So, in a future show, you'll see this wall covered in books, and probably this wall at some point too.
So far, there's 70 different McSweeney's, and that's just their regular McSweeney's.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna keep going throughout the wall. I think those pictures are gonna be replaced by shelves at some point.
We're gonna have so many books.
Yeah.
I do think eventually that this entire wall is gonna be custom books.
Custom shelving.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, very excited. Very excited. So yeah, so I'm back. I'm ready. I'm raring to go. There's still a lot of May left, even though it feels like it's going by so fast. So I know we have a giant stack, but I just wanted to say thanks to everyone who came by on Free Comic Book Day. It was an amazing day. It was super fun. And although I mentally collapsed afterwards, that doesn't that doesn't change that it was a really good day.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was. I was just pushing myself much farther than I should have. But I'm good now, and I will take breaks as I can, when I need them, because I have a really great team to rely on.
Yay.
Yeah.
Teamwork. Team bad.
We figured it out a few weeks ago that if you give us an acronym, Brandon, Andrew, and Danica, we're team bad.
Because the other one is
Dab, and we're all way too old for that. Way too old.
Just us youths hanging out in the store. Hey everybody, what's up?
No,
right?
I'm not. Anyway, we're proud to be team bad.
Gotta say it, team bad.
There we go.
Womp womp.
That's Team Bad's theme song.
So I got an earlier question up there. Did I do a lot of parades? Yes, I did so many parades. At least 10 a year for 8 years. I was in marching band for a long time. And yeah, it is its own thing. You got to memorize music. You got to go along. You got to stop around the old folks' homes to do a little show because it's nice. People behind you don't get mad. It's fine. And as you're marching, you can't change your step. So if there's horse poop, you walk right through the horse poop. And the kids who are around there go, oh, oh, oh! Yeah, good times.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, let's get to stack maybe.
Okay.
We haven't organized stack even slightly.
No, I basically put all the number ones in a stack. It is in no particular order. So there is just chunks of DC, chunks of Marvel, some indie thrown in. And I was just like, yeah, the variants are together. That's what matters.
Yay.
So tell us, Brandon, why did you bring a number 7 home?
It's because it's also number 700.
What?
It's the new Fantastic Four run. It's by Ryan North and Ibn I forget last name.
Nope.
Not on that cover.
Not that cover. Coelho?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who has been off the last 2 issues drawing this one Dr. Doom's back. I don't know if you folks know this, but that guy's a bad hombre.
Yeah, I
He
just
causes
opened. I
problems.
just opened to a random page and he's like lasering everybody.
He's causing problems. This dude, I swear. They let him have a
Yes.
whole friggin' country.
I'm gonna make a note. I left my remarkable at work, but that is okay. That's why I have a notepad here. Oh heck! Okay. Sean wants one of the wraparound covers, please. Thank you.
Sure thing, Shanzi.
All right. Let's see. While he's writing that,
If you ever get up to any shenanigans, you could tell people that you're starting a Shanzi scheme.
wow. Amazing. Okay. I really need you to click on things. Come on, computer. Anytime now. This is great. This is just... It's not clicking on it.
I've read this.
Okay, cool. You can talk about it because, like, it's not clicking on it.
Yeah, it's because Diamond doesn't want you to know about illicit Penguin Random House distributed product from IDW. This is the next Dark Spaces project. Dark Spaces is a coordinated effort with Scott Snyder that he launched, and the idea is to tell spooky stories with some of the upcoming great comics storytellers. This one is by Che Grayson, and I forget the artist's name.
Kelsey Ramsey.
Yeah, with colors by Rhonda Patterson. It is absolutely wonderful. It's about a mother and a daughter who end up going down to Florida because for Florida reasons, not great reasons.
Oh, maybe it's not just the link. Maybe it's Previews World.
Oh no!
I love when they go downtown. I love when they go down on Tuesdays. I was gonna say down and then Tuesday, and then it just didn't happen.
And so they end up buying this diner, working it up, and getting things going. But like, man, there's some wild things happening in Florida swamps. Bad things start going down, and it's a nice opener to a spooky story. The writing and the art is really great. I really, especially considering that these are sort of more found talents. I really enjoyed this, and I'm looking forward to being scared the bejesus out of in short measure. Speaking of getting scared the friggin' bejesus out of,
Red Room's back.
Red Room's back.
Wee.
Y'all know if you want yourself some Red Room. If you haven't heard of Red Room before, it is one of the vilest books that I ever read. And I don't say that in sort of like a gross, what are you doing? It's intense is what I'm saying. So the idea is there is an internet room like we used to go to in our youths, where the darkest of dark web stuff is happening. It's basically serial killers meets untold horrors of the internets, and done in Ed Pisker's sort of like kind of throwbacky 70s-y style.
Mm-hmm.
It is bonkers. So yeah, this is the third round.
Oh, it's got a little tag on the back that says banned in 26 countries and 10 comic book stores, which honestly now I want to know.
The comic book stores are probably real.
Yeah.
The countries have fluctuated on the cover for quite some time.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Mostly because I do not read this. But the 10 comic book stores is kind of amusing to me.
I could see it. I honestly could.
Yeah. I think I figured out Previews World.
But yeah, it's a dark book. You got to have a pretty strong stomach for it. But if you're into some real vile spookums, that's where they got you.
Yep.
They got you.
Yeah, the next couple are like DC stuff, and it's all you, babe.
Yeah. So Cyborg is getting their own mini series. This one features him going back to Detroit. It's the writer is was part of DC's Milestone initiative, where they're bringing in underrepresented groups for writing and whatnot. So trained up there, and it is a pretty decent story from Morgan Hampton, and Tom Rainey. Tom Rainey has been around doing this for a while. But yeah, Cyborg's back in Detroit. Detroit is kind of like, you kind of booyah'd yourself off into yonder. I don't think we're totally tight with you. One person is specifically uses booyah as a pejorative against him. It's fun. And it's basically about him sort of reconnecting with where he came from and superhero shenanigans. So this is Stealth, the biggest book out this week. Inside here, DC is doing something that I think they should have done a long time ago, that I think a lot of the big two publishers should have done a while ago. I often speak about how DC and Marvel could do with reimagining how they release single issues and certain stories. And one of those things is basically sort of like an anthology series with a really big anchor to really tie people into buying a series and experiencing a lot of characters around them. So Batman Brave and the Bold is starting out with a story, 6-part story from Tom King and Mitch Gerads, the folks that brought you the Joker one bad, or not the Joker, the Riddler One Bad Day, and did Mr. Miracle, and Dreads did half the art on
Strange Adventures.
Strange Adventures. Mm-hmm. They also did Sheriff of Baghdad back in the day, which is one of the issues of that, where two people are just getting drunk at an empty poolside, is one of my favorite comics of that time. But this here is basically the start of what I would consider an evergreen story about Batman's first encounter with the Joker. It is creepy as heck, and is done in that classic Tom. I say classic Tom King, but you know what you mean. Tom King has a certain cadence to his work, and these two together really do bring out the best of each other, I find. And one of the things that they do, which is a cool thing with the Joker stuff, is his speaking panels are in between, and they're done in the sort of silent movie style to sort of denote that this is, back in yonder. And it really gives an extra creepy feel to the story. It is brilliant. I put it into a lot of people's files because y'all are going to want this. It is going to, I believe it's going to be, if they hit this landing, a story long discussed and sold many, many, many times over. Just how well it hits. My goodness. Now the rest of this still has some heavy hitting happening too. There's a Stormwatch story by Ed Brisson and Jeff Spokes. There is a Superman story by Christopher Cantwell and Javier Rodriguez, which was really cool. Some awesome creative teams here that you don't generally see. And so you get to experience more of the broader DC universe with that. And they've brought back the Batman Black and White stories, which folks tend to really love. They're not continuity heavy. They're just fun, random. And Dan Mora gets to do the whole friggin' story. It's a great package. Y'all want this. Y'all want this.
All right. So Previews World wasn't working for me, so I'm in Diamond proper now. So we've got Arcade Kings, Dylan Burnett. Let's see. Joe, a mysterious new face in Infinity City, has suddenly become the hottest new player at the Roundhouse Arcade. Anyone can challenge him, but no one can win. But Joe's secret past is about to catch up to him when his most formidable challenge yet rolls into town, forcing Joe to combo his powers with a joystick, his fists, and his fighting family legacy.
This is absolutely wonderful. I would say just a hair of pro wrestling, heavy on manga influence and legacy, and just sort of like a Scott Pilgrim fight style. It's I had a lot of fun reading it. And if you're into any kind of video game stuff, arcade stuff, and what have you, I honestly think you should check this out. It's a good chunk of story. It's part of Skybound's experimentation with 4-issue Thick Boys that they did with Chroma and Ultra Mega. And yeah, you get a good satisfying chunk in with that and the start of a really kind of really nice manga influenced arcade story with button smashing.
You smash that mutton.
You smash that mutton.
It knows what it did.
Central Alberta.
All right, we're swinging back to DC. So we've got a Dawn of DC primer.
Yeah, so you can get this baby for free. It's going to give you a little peeky-hoo into what Amanda Waller's been up to. Spoiler alert, she don't like them superheroes. And in the back of that, you're going to find out a lot of what's going on in the DC universe, the different things that people are doing. You got this free baby. You got this shiny baby.
Yeah, this appears not to be free.
It is very not free.
So get ready for that. Because if you want foil, oh boy.
They're going to make you pay for that foil.
We're going to have to take some ducats from you. But honestly, foil's worth it.
From your knees.
Is that what the bone in your knee is called? A ducat?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Wow.
We're just going to have to just take it.
We're going
to have to take the whole ducat.
It's like a circle and you just take it.
It's like a little slot.
Yeah.
You won't be able to walk anymore.
But then they can never leave.
It's the price of the comics.
Stay and buy comics. I mean, I see no problem here.
Just a pile of bodies at Variant Edition because they keep stealing their knees.
I don't care for this. This would get messy.
Variant Edition. They stole my knees. 5 stars.
3 stars. It was okay. Those dreaded 3-star reviews where they don't say anything and you're like, how can I either improve or piss you off more? I don't understand what's happening here.
Yeah, it's good times.
Anyway, we got one of those a few weeks ago and I was like, okay, I can't do anything about this. Anyway, there's Avengers.
Yeah, Jen McKay is taking over Avengers. This is sort of a classic putting the team together series intercut with a big fight against a big boy. So you're going to get the team that you see on the middle cover there, how they come together, why they come together. And then we're off on our next adventure because who should show up at the end of this issue? I'm not telling you anything. Nice try. I see what you tried to do.
You got to buy it, but I'm going to read it right now.
Try and trick me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame, shame, double shame. Now I know your girlfriend's name.
She lives in Canada.
She does. Banana.
All right. Tell me about the Vigil.
Yeah. Oh, I want to talk about the other one that came out last week too.
What?
You're good.
What do you mean?
Don't worry about it.
What other one?
I'm going to figure this out. But we're going to talk about the Vigil first.
Okay.
It's part of it.
I was
It's
holding all
it.
the Avengers.
I know. Here.
So, okay. I don't understand what's happening right now.
All good. So the Vigil is part of DC's We Are Legends initiative. It featured what's up?
Spirit World.
Yeah. Spirit World from last week, the Vigil from this week, and City Boy next week. So for the Vigil, this is Ram V building a neat super team with Kumar Sharma. Who are the Vigil? The shipping vessel Eastwind was taken captive by pirates off the coast of Thailand. 24 hours after the crew had been taken hostage, before communications had been established or any demands made, the crew reported an intervention by a group of unknown individuals. Amid other bizarre claims by the crew are reports of an individual who changed his appearance at will and a woman who seemingly dodged bullets. Once the pirates were taken out, no attempts were made at rescuing the crew. There's been long rumors of rogue metahumans targeting weaponized illegal technology, with some hinting that they call themselves the Vigil. But what are they after? Why did they intervene? And are the metas among us? Stay tuned for more. Bracket. You are being watched.
Oh my.
Oh.
We are. It's them.
It's them. It's you.
It's you.
This is wonderful. This has been seeded in some of the Lazarus World stuff. and the stuff that was in the Lazarus World stuff from this We Are Legends line. It's all collected in a little free taster that you can try out at Variant Edition to see if you like the flavors. Spirit World, I absolutely adored. It definitely breathes a manga influence. And I was talking with one of our customers who talked about a lot of the more folklore elements of it and how it tied up to his upbringing and all that kind of stuff. And what you need to do in the spirit world, how all these things work and whatnot. It apparently is just like pitch perfect, bang on, and just a great story to boot. It's got a new character who goes by they, and they're hanging out with John Constantine, and they're trying to save Cassandra Cain Batgirl because she got taken down to the spirit world. It was some bad news. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. And I highly recommend it. And City Boy's out next week, and we'll talk about that next week. But again, if you want to test any of those flavors, we can get you a little taste for free because the first taste is free.
All right. Now, did you want whatever you were talking about, or did?
No, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay, perfect. All right. Well, we are moving on to Titans.
Yeah.
And there's a beautiful, beautiful Jen Bartel variant.
Yeah, she's going to be doing these fashion covers for them. Their street clothes in a series. And it's all going to be, that beautiful design work. Not just the art itself, the outfits, but the page layout. I just love it. Oh my god. Anyways, Titans. It is Tom Taylor. It is Nicholas Scott. They are doing a Titans book. It is emerging from Nightwing, where the Titans have been setting up in Bloodhaven as a lighter beacon of aspirational superheroing for the DC universe. This one starts off fast, and not just because the Flash is there, bazang, but because we're just getting right into the story. Something wild happens. Some folks are going to be worried. I'm here to tell you, don't worry your sweet little heads. It's all going to be fine. Because the person the bad thing happens to is pretty popular. Comics. I loved the book. It's so good. It's got that Tom Taylor kind of like nice light feel to things, even though bad things are happening. Yeah, very good. I don't know if all y'all have heard of something called The Nightmare Before Christmas, but they're doing more comics about it now. And the first one's out here, Battle of the Pumpkin King. You know, if you like Nightmare Before Christmas, and if you are craving more, then your craving can be satiated. Satiated.
I'm sure people love hearing that in a microphone.
Anyways.
Oh, okay. Talk about Ghost Rider.
Danny Ketch Ghost Rider, because the 90s are back, baby, and better than ever. Howard Mackey returns. He was the dude that wrapped up Ghost Rider when Danny Ketch was Ghost Rider, was riding them ghosts. This is another one of Marvel's more nostalgia series, so you're gonna get that nice 90s taste there with Howard Mackey doing the right draw. Yeah,
Let's do this.
It's good times.
I was trying to get a good angle and it wasn't working.
Da-da-da. Ghost Rider, not to be confused with Ghost Writer, the PBS show.
The classic
PBS show that apparently Samuel L. Jackson would show up on every now and then and just be like, hey, it's me, Samuel L. Jackson.
Okay, so I have 4 covers for this one.
Oh, there was so much more.
Oh, yes, because Dynamite does covers and also some comics sometimes.
Not wrong. This is their new Maleficent series, digging into more of the villain and her past. I believe this cover that you're showing right now is the cover from the artist and writer who does it on the interiors. If it's the B cover.
It is the B cover.
Yeah, so that's what you're going to get, that kind of nice kind of gothic feel to it, which of course that's how you need to go about doing this. The Dynamite Disney books have been really good.
Would you say they've been dynamite?
Nope, wrong one.
No! Yay! I dig it. I like the pencil work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And this story is no different. I only read half of it so far, and it's hitting all the right notes. So if you know anybody who's like real Disney pilled, and I know you know people who are real Disney pilled, this is gonna hit a very nice sweet spot, and you can kind of like get them more introduced to comics. There will be collections later. Be fun.
Bring them to us. Bring them to us.
Yes.
So we're wrapping up the single issues with there's a Hulk annual.
Yeah, it's bridging in between two series. The Donny Cates series is wrapped up. The Donny Cates Brian Otley series has wrapped up. And David Pepose, who did the last run of Savage Avengers, is doing this little spooky series before Philip Kennedy Johnson takes over to do another kind of real kind of spookier style Hulk series, which you get a preview of in the back pages here. Ooh. So it is back to more of a horror bent on Hulk after a big super smashy one. It seems to be what the people crave. And so the people are getting what they crave. Spooky Hulk.
All right. So we have a facsimile, Avengers #1.
Absolutely. The first appearance of the Avengers as they existed back in the day. And also, coincidentally, the absolutely first appearance of the X-Men, the first time that they appeared in the 90s, the first time ever that they... wait. I'm getting something from our producer. They're saying that, yes, I am correct. I'm absolutely correct. This is the first time ever that the X-Men existed. You have John Gray, this guy here.
Mm-hmm.
You have One Eye.
Mm-hmm.
You have Rouge.
Mm-hmm.
You have the Communist.
Yeah.
You have your uncle that you shouldn't trust.
Uh-huh.
And a pretty lady so that people are interested in the book.
Yep. No, I get you. Whee! I just opened to that page, so I thought
There's more, but those are the X-Men. And that is the first time that they ever appeared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Magnet Man. I forgot about Magnet Man.
This is cool. It just keeps going. All right. So we are moving on to how many copies did it sell? Was it in the millions?
Yeah,
probably back then, because they only had 7 comics come out every week. And
I want to say
700.
I want to say 7 million copies, but I'm not 100% on that.
Because
it could be 5.
Said the number 7. So.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was a lot.
Tell us about this book, because it is from your boy Paul Cornell.
My sweet, sweet boy. He's returned to me.
He's such a nice man. I was on a podcast with him once, and
I was not jealous.
It was the closest I've ever come to fame. In that I was close to a famous person, and I was not famous.
I was extremely jealous.
He was so nice, and I was like, anyway.
Paul Cornell, he is doing one of the newest TKO Studios books, The Witches of World War II, with Valeria Berzo doing the arts, with Jordi Belair doing colors.
Woo! Love Jordi.
This magic kills fascists. Yes. Inspired by a true story, The Witches of World War II follows a coven of witches as they embark on a mission to help defeat the Nazis with magic. In the darkest hours of World War II, Doreen Valente, an expert on British folklore and the occult, is approached by British intelligence, who tell her they know she's a witch, and that's how she can best serve her country. Together with the most evil man in the world, a hard-nosed white witch, the grizzled founder of Wicca, and a professional exorcist, and a con man, Valente will travel deep into the heart of Nazi-occupied Europe and gamble her life, her belief, and her powers on a mission to help capture Rudolf Hess, second in command to Adolf Hitler himself.
And don't forget to kill Hitler.
Yay! Nobody likes you, Hitler. That's not true these days, unfortunately.
Your art is bad.
And you should feel bad.
Actually, he probably just should have gone into art. Would have been better for everybody. I have Centralia, which looks very interesting. The earth in and around Centralia has warmed so much it's impossible to stand on it without melting. Those who survive long enough will be confronted with carnivorous birds, collapsing buildings, and the trigger-happy Simia Nausilis, armed with bazookas and stilts. Okay.
Oh, so they don't melt on the sand.
Yeah. Against their better judgment, a group of adventurers set out to discover the treasure of gold hidden away at the heart of an abandoned town. Very interesting.
Menaced by people on stilts.
I love it.
That's how I want to go.
They are on the back. I feel like you like Stiltman too much to want that death. You respect him. So you'd be like, Stiltman, why hast thou forsaken me?
I think I would be like, Stiltman, as foretold. This is how I die.
Stilt me, daddy.
Stilt me deadly.
Stilt me deadly. That's even better. That's even better. Okay, you getting all the TKOs.
The next TKO book coming out is Sacred Lamb from Tim Seeley and Helena Djordjevic. Men, Women, and Chainsaws.
Sweet.
Online celebrity Kellyanne West, who just recently dispatched her stalker / serial killer Clay Coogan on a live stream, finds herself as the newest resident of a secluded town known as Sacred Lamb. It's fine. This is where the government hides endemic victims in witness protection in hopes to prevent innocent people from being murdered when, inevitably, psycho slashers return from the dead. But when the body count starts rising inside the barbed wire fences, Kellyanne must team up with the original survivor girl, known only as the babysitter. Together, they must rally the EVSs. I don't know, it says EVS. Oh, endemic victims.
Oh, right. So the EVs.
EVs. And withstand an army of slashers at their door, seemingly back from the dead, and definitely back for blood, because they're bad.
Cool. Oh, I feel like this is a you thing.
It very much is a me thing. My goodness.
You'll enjoy this. I remember finding this one, Going Remote, A Teacher's Journey. This one sounds really interesting.
Right.
I think I found it and I was like, I need to know more. When the pandemic forced education online, community college English professor Adam Bessie saw the lives of vulnerable students unravel. Beyond his frustration with the limits of virtual teaching, Bessie soon faced a personal crisis of his own. Test results showed a potential return of the brain cancer he'd been in remission from for years. Bessie sustained himself with his beloved works of literature, and by allying, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Way off base with this one. With his colleagues to help students in crisis, redoubling his commitment to community college as a site for social change and betterment. In Going Remote, A Teacher's Journey, Bessie teams up with illustrator Peter Glanting to offer a graphic account of how he navigated an unprecedented time that taught us all the value of the classroom. So really cool. Yeah.
I'm so excited for this next one. I
thought you might be. That's what you were doing. Oh boy. Oh boy.
That's a trademark. You can't have it. All right. I'm super excited for this volume of Destroyer Duck, the Graphite Edition by Jack Kirby and Steve Gerber. Not sure if it explains it all in the back. Yes, it does. I was going to go into a story, but hey, let's let them tell us. In the 1980s, way back in the 1980s, secret government employees, writer
made
Steve...
up famous ducks and ladies.
Yeah. I love it. Writer Steve Gerber was embroiled in a lawsuit against Marvel Comics over the ownership of his creation, Howard the Duck. To raise funds for legal fees, Gerber asked artist Jack Kirby to contribute to a benefit comic called Destroyer Duck. Without hesitation, Kirby, who was in his own dispute with Marvel at the time, donated his services for the first issue, and the duo took aim at their former employer in an outrageous 5-issue run. With biting satire and guns ablazing, Duke Destroyer Duck battled the thinly veiled GodCorp, whose infamous credo was G, grab it all. O, own it all. D, drain it all.
Oh.
Its evil leader, Ned Packer, and the literally spineless Booster Cogburn. Medea, a parody of Daredevil's Elektra, and more. Now all 5 Gerber and Kirby issues are collected but relettered and reproduced from Jack Kirby's unbridled, uninked pencil art. Also included are select example of Alfredo Alcala's unique inking style over Kirby on the original issues, Gerber's scripts and plots, a historical introduction by Mark Evanier, the co-editor of the original run, and an afterword by Buzz Dixon, who continued the series after Gerber. Discover all the hidden jabs you missed when Destroyer Duck was first published in 1982 and experience page after page of Kirby's powerful raw pencil art. This is freaking cool.
I know. It's the warmth. It's the heat. All right, next up is Thunderboom. Not everyone needs to speak to make themselves heard. Like most 11-year-olds, Logan has a lot to say. Unlike most 11-year-olds, other kids rather, Logan can't speak. Instead, he uses sign language to communicate his ideas. When Logan is separated from his parents at a parade, he must face his greatest fears: masked clowns, snarling dogs, and loneliness.
Clowns.
Yeah, clowns are never good.
Clown?
So, Logan transforms into Thunderboom, whose earth-shattering stomps can defeat any menace. Can Logan save the day and find his way back to his family? Eisner-nominated author Jack Brilio was inspired by his son to tell the sensitive and action-packed tale of disability, determination, and independence.
Yay!
Yeah.
Very cool.
Oh, so he's also created comics for DC, Archie, and Sesame Street Workshop.
Good for him.
That's pretty cool.
We've got one cool duck.
Ducks is the theme.
This duck is cool as hell. I read this book. It's so awesome. I'm actually going to get you to explain it because I'm going to get these ready.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Duck is cool. He can do a kickflip on a skateboard. He has the highest score at the arcade. And look at all his friends. And then one day, who is that?
I know, right?
Cat seems so cool. He is fast on his bike and can do a triple kickflip on his skateboard. Oh, wait a minute. Cat also does some things that aren't very cool. Now what? Gotta find out.
Yay.
While you're doing that, I'll keep going.
Sounds good.
Next up, we have Memento Mori. In Memento Mori, celebrated Finnish graphic novelist Titu Takelo chronicles her sudden, unexpected cerebral hemorrhage and the long road to recovery she had to travel. It is a dramatic story about a life turned upside down overnight, a ruptured cerebral aneurysm, the days and nights spent in an intensive care unit, and the long, painful recovery that led the artist to reflect on her life, both past and present. Okay.
All right. So we have a couple of very small press books from Bulgilhan Press from Zach Clemente, who is absolutely wonderful and currently looking for work because his day job let him go. So look out for him. He's good at doing stuff, lots of stuff, and putting together a comics company, honestly. So we've got Stray. Stray follows Jack, a chaotic romantic, spiraling into disaster, desperately seeking comfort in others while ignoring their own destructive tendencies. While thoroughly hung up on the past, Jack meets Stray, and their whole world changes. Tender and sensual and lush and palpable, Stray ushers in a new era of cartoonist Molly Mendoza's wholehearted approach to making comics and telling stories for readers 16 plus. Wow.
Oh, I like this song. I like when it pops up.
And
It's
we
like,
also have
bow, 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 bow.
Die Horny from Rebecca Mock, who has done some all ages work in our all ages section too.
That's Audrey.
No, there's
Oh, Rebecca does as well?
yeah, she did
Oh, I'm
work with
thinking Audrey Mock.
Hope Larson on those that trilogy.
Salt something.
Yeah,
Shoot.
we're good at stuff. Loveberg's Iggy brackets human, and Wardizabella, Wardizabella, Wardizabella,
War Isabella?
Wardizabella,
Okay.
brackets monster, have just set off on their romantic honeymoon tour of the wasteland. Before they can get too hot and heavy, they're drawn into conflict between humans and monsters. But these lovebirds aren't exactly the conventional allies either side might have hoped for, because they want to smooch. They gonna die horny.
Also for 16 and up.
It is true.
Next up, we have Under Kingdom. When his mom disappears, it's up to Shay to run the family business, ruling the subterranean realm of mythical monsters that live below his town of Humble Valley. If he is to succeed, Shay will need to prove to the creatures of the Under Kingdom he has what it takes to lead them, stop a war, and somehow keep all of it a secret from his friends, classmates, and the townsfolk that live above. What follows is a fantasy comedy with heart, perfect for fans of shows like The Owl House and Gravity Falls. Yeah.
Solid cross pulls.
I love it.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited about this one.
You should do it then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, these are in no particular order either, so we're just going with it. Light carries on. When his camera breaks, Leon is forced to borrow a used one from his mom's antique store, one that happens to be haunted by Cody, a queer punk rocker who died decades ago. After taking Leon's body for an accidental joyride, the pair embark on a quest to discover how Cody died and figure out what binds them. They find they have much in common, growing closer as they share stories about living in Chicago's past and present, and unearthing secrets around Cody's mysterious death. One dead, one alive, both unraveling the complexities of love, life, and after death. Taking breaks to jam out to tunes, chill in planetariums, and slurp down tasty frozen beverages.
Or like a planetary yum, right? Nom nom nom.
Nom, 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 nom. Very excited. I think this is going to be really sweet.
I'm super excited because they're collecting Nancy comics again. We've got Nancy wins at friendship. I love everything about the current Nancy series. As it says back here, Olivia James became the official Nancy cartoonist in 2018, the first woman to write and illustrate the classic comic strip. She brought a fresh, irreverent vision to the comics page, delighting fans of all ages. And also, nobody knows who she is. Actually, Tom Spurgeon knew who she was.
Oh, wow.
And had said to, I forget who, that they were at, that whoever Olivia James was, that they were at a certain small press convention, basically. And the person that told it to was just like, I do not want to know. Clearly, this is something that they don't want out, and like, this is so much fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, life is going great for Nancy. She's enjoying school and having fun with her friends, and has even earned a spot on the robotics club. But when the pandemic forces everyone to stay at home and school goes online, she develops a bad case of the blues. Fortunately, nothing can keep Nancy's spirit down for too long. Not with her ingenious imagination, epic talent for mischief, and the total loyal companionship of friends like Sluggo, Agnes, Esther, Lucy, and her dog, Poochie. By highlighting one girl's resilience and daily adventures, this collection of Nancy comics provides a funny, lighthearted look at the challenges and small delights experienced by kids everywhere in recent years. If you haven't seen any of the recent Nancy comics, they're so wonderful, so awesome. I do love how Olivia James full on did a troll troll comic where everyone's been complaining, like, oh, it's too modern. Where's Aunt Fritz's large breasts? People were very angry at her for modernizing the comic. And there's one panel that goes around that has Sluggo on a Segway with like shades on and 2 selfie sticks saying Sluggo is lit.
Oh my god, I remember that going around. That was hilarious.
So good. Our troll queen.
Troll queen, I love that. Oh wow. This is good paper. This
is from Magnetic.
Heavy paper.
Gorgeous.
Can I do the next 2?
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the beginning of this one. I say the beginning, not because the end is bad, but because I did not read. Shocker. Born from this is the Monkey King. The Complete Odyssey. Born from stone struck by lightning, the wily monkey Sun Wukong was destined to become an immortal legend around the world. His adventures span centuries, crossing both heaven and earth in search of excitement and enlightenment. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. And it's like nice heavy papers, so like there's some gorgeous colors in here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Okay. All right. You go over there. Next up is Flawed, which I think is a very cool story idea. Let's see. Oh, actually, this is good. It's by co-writer of Bitterroot. So if you did like that, there's more, not in the world, but the same kind of flavor. Jem Ez is a psychiatrist in the Kafkaesque city of Setham, where corruption and brutality rule the streets. By day, she uses words to solve her patients' problems. By night, she takes a more direct and sometimes deadly approach. Yeah. But when her practice puts her in the sights of an immortal serial killer, Jem finds herself embroiled in a power struggle that threatens everything she's ever known. So, it's rad as hell.
I feel like that's bad.
It's going to be bad for her, but maybe good.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
We have the complete collection of Mech Cadets. This originally called Mech Cadets, Mech Cadet U. Mm-hmm. It is becoming a Netflix series, so good for all of them. We have signed book plates.
What?
For Mech Cadet U.
What?
Greg Pak is a very nice man.
He is.
He sent them one time, and he's just like, "Here, enjoy." We're like, "Thank you, Greg Pak."
Was he the one during the early in the pandemic that was also was sending the money out?
So yeah, he was selling things from his web store, and if you denoted the comic store that you usually frequented, he would send a small chunk of the money to that comic store, and he did.
He did. Yeah, it was amazing. Like, it was just this weird surprise one day that, some money shows up in an e-transfer, and we're like, oh, okay. This is lovely.
It was pretty wild. I really liked it.
Yeah.
Every 4 years, giant sentient robots from outer space come to Earth and bond forever with a brand new crop of Sky Corps Academy cadets to help keep the planet safe. But this time, instead of a cadet, one mech bonds with Stanford U, a young kid working with his mom as a janitor at Sky Corps. This is an opportunity of a lifetime for Stanford, but first he'll have to earn the trust of his classmates and survive an uncompromising enemy, the Sharg. The Sharg. Anyways, yeah, I like this. And features art from Takeshi Miyazawa, who was essentially the second artist on both Runaways and Ms. Marvel. Very good at their job. They also drew most of Spider-Man Loves Mary Jane.
Okay. Next up, from noted weirdo Christopher Sabella.
Yay!
Delightful weird young man. He's probably our age. I don't know.
Approximately, yes.
Ren Booker is haunted by a childhood she can't fully remember. When she comes across a cryptic website streaming video feeds from the ruined building of her nightmares, she tracks it down and re-enters the failed social experiment she narrowly escaped as a child.
It's fine.
It's fine and everything ends well. Ha ha ha, no one dies.
This is one of 3 books that Hayden Sherman was doing all at once.
Yeah.
It was Blink, it was the Wildfires one that he was doing with Scott Snyder, and it was Above Snakes.
Oh yeah. Wow. Those are all very different books.
All 3 of them have completely different art styles. Hayden Sherman is one of the best in the business. I love him so much.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to reading the end of this because, of course, as with most of my series that I like, I put them down and I only get about 2 or 3 issues in.
Yeah. So we have a return to the Inkle universe here. Humanoids has been putting out completely original graphic novels. Their first one was by Mark Russell, so of course I have that one. And this one is by Dan Waters, another writer that I really, really like, and John Davis Hunt, who did the first arts on Clean Room.
Oh my god. I had to stop reading Clean Room because the art was too scary.
Was it the one where the person's skin face was upside down and you could see their teeth through their eyes?
Yeah, it was. They turned their face skin upside down.
Yeah.
It was bad.
It was pretty graphic. Anyways, they did that before they went off and did the Wild Storm with some asshole. And now they're back. They're doing some Inkle stuff. A reptilian commander leads a group of digital ghost pirates on a mission of revenge. A millennium away, a sister of entropy breaks her vows as death descends from above. Will love triumph, or will all fall to the rot and the worm? Things are not going well for Commander Kaiman Luz. The love of his life is dead. His home of Tortuga destroyed. His crew ghostly apparitions, and his crocodilian mutation is taking over more and more of his body. Just when it seems like despair may overwhelm him, a chance encounter with a strange violin connects him to the Aurora, a woman living in a future where she is staring down almost certain destruction. With his passions renewed, Kaiman hatches a bold plan to find a cure for his mutation and a future with his newfound love. However, Kaiman's past is catching up with him, and Aurora's fate faces imminent doom from an approaching hostile fleet. 2 timelines tick towards tragedy, and only an act of pure love can save them.
That is bonkers.
As Dan Waters, baby.
Yeah, no, it sounds amazing, but it also sounds bonkers.
Oh yeah, there you got your weird face stuff.
Why would you find that page?
I just found it. That's why you hire that guy.
No face stuff, dude. Stop it.
Only a little bit of face stuff. Or just a little bit of face business. It's fine.
Well, the other person was like covered in blood.
Yeah.
I think that's like their vibe for the whole book. Okay, I guess if this sounds appealing, it doesn't not sound appealing to me, but I feel like I'd have to be in the right mood. All right, this is very different. The last 2 books are very different.
Yep.
Oh, sweet. Christopher Priest writing Black Adam.
It's the first half.
First half. That's cool. Doesn't it have... Oh, no, it has a volume 1. Okay, right, because they don't put it on the spine anymore.
No, they sneaky about it.
Ride the lightning. Ooh, sexy. Sorry. Can there be forgiveness for Black Adam? This is the question that Teth Adam must answer when he discovers he's been infected with a lethal plague. Haunted by...
He's gonna die.
Maybe. We'll find out in volume 2. Gotta buy both. Haunted by centuries of dark deeds, Black Adam transfers his powers to a successor, one he believes can redeem his legacy while defending their ancestral homeland of Kahndaq. But not everyone is on board with this transfer of power. From Adam's very reluctant inheritor, a medical student who would rather heal Black Adam than replace him, to the Dark Knight himself, Batman.
I hear that guy sucks.
Batman's a fascist who has concerns of his own. Fascist concerns.
Where's Batman? Batman's a fascist from again?
Oh, it's the Blue Beetle trailer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I love it so much. I love it every time. Also, who's excited for Blue Beetle? It looks freaking rad.
I'm so excited.
That's a theater movie.
And the collection of the next Blue Beetle book comes out on my birthday.
Yeah.
So they said, Brandon, here's a present for you.
Exactly.
It's your boy.
Your boy.
It's your sweet boy. And he's getting an ongoing series in September.
Yay.
We've got Tom Strong, baby. All 36 issues in a compendium. Who is Tom Strong? Why, it asks me on the back. Helpful for this situation. From writer Alan Moore and artist Chris Sprouse comes the chronicles of the greatest adventure explorer who has ever lived, Tom Strong. Born at the dawn of the 20th century, Thomas Strong was raised by his scientist parents in a gravity chamber on a distant planet to achieve physical and mental perfection. As an adult, Tom returns to America and settles in Millennium City as its resident science hero. Together with his wife, Julia, daughter Tesla, and sidekicks Newman, started with a P, and King Solomon, Tom makes his mission to protect the city and the universe from all bizarre threats that inhabit his retro-futuristic world. Filled with adventure, intrigue, humor, and more, Tom Strong is a loving homage to pulp serials from the golden age of comics. And it is. It's very much, if you're feeling sort of like classic superheroes, a lot of pulp feel, definitely a lot of Fantastic Four feel. And you're like, hey, I wonder what Alan Moore could do with that. Well, the answer is Tom Strong, baby. It can go next to your copies of Top 10 Compendium. Real nice. They're doing these nice compendiums. I love them. So good. It's so good.
Yeah, it's probably, I haven't compared it yet, but it's probably the same height as the top 10.
It is indeed.
Yeah, they would do that on purpose.
Thick boys. THICBOYZ.
Boys.
Thick boys.
Very excited. Oh my God.
For life.
We are only 5 minutes over. I am very impressed with us. We had a giant stack today. I want to, while he is dancing around, I'm not even sure this is on the same right screen. There it is. I didn't know if it was. Say thank you. May has always been a big month for us. Of course, we started in May, so our anniversary was a couple weeks ago. Free Comic Book Day is also in May, and it's just been bonkertons. But we literally would not be here without all of you. So thank you not only for your patronage, but the conversations, the book recommendations, because I love getting book recommendations.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool when, there can be this back and forth.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. I think the experience of owning a business is much smoother when you're you're just like hanging out talking with people about things. There's all the paperwork and the office work and everything, but the core to me for Variant is talking.
Oh, 100%.
Communication. Yeah, talking about books.
Andrew's asking, where's the second part of the Chip interview?
Oh, that's true.
And it's coming. We learned last time not to try and
don't do it live. It's bad.
Yeah, we can air it, but if we try and air it after a stream, it gets real cranky. So instead of doing that again,
don't do that again.
It will go up like the last one ended up going up at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Yes,
at wherever you're watching this, except for Twitch, because I don't mess around with putting that on Twitch.
We don't know how. We're too old. I don't know.
I just don't want to deal with any of that nonsense. You weird Twitchers, you.
So look out for that on all our social medias sans Twitch, and we'll get more. No, you didn't do anything, honey. You gotta.
I'm good. One sec. So also, for this weekend, for Chip being there, as a lot of you know, all the tickets have been purchased. The whole thing is gonna be real busy. So if you have tickets, you can bring up to 5 things for chip design or anything that you purchase in store that day. We're going to have a wide selection of chip stuff. So you can get that on there. If you don't have a ticket, Chip has been gracious enough to offer some more time. I would believe that that time would be after everyone else has gone through. There's 40 tickets per hour. That only leaves a minute and 30 seconds per person. So that stuff's going to go long. And I don't think there'll be any lulls to kind of sneak in during the day. So near the end of the day, you can still line up, but you can only get 2 things signed. And that's because we're trying to be respectful of Chip's time. He is doing this all on his own volition, going across the country, and he's still writing his Batmans. He's still got his deadlines. So we're trying to be respectful of his time. I know it's been pretty bonkers for him on this tour so far. And yeah, so please be respectful with us. Thank you.
Be nice to Chip. He is a small, tender man.
All right, it's back, baby.
I did it. Whee!
This is the time when we bring out our proprietary magic mirror. No one else has ever done this ever before. And we look out through the internet and we see all of you wonderful people. We say, hi, thank you for being there. And we appreciate you stopping by. We hope you know that we are also around and here for you too.
Sean says, do they need to print off their tickets, or is there some kind of QR code situation?
Print them off, have them on your phone would be suggested. We will have a list.
Yeah, I think as long as, yeah, just have it on your phone, because then we can just check you off the list.
Yeah, we'll know who you are, but yeah, we'll make a list.
There were some names that bought tickets that I have no idea.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
alrighty.
We'll see. New friends.
I'm looking out there and seeing the one and only Foley. And you can too. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, from 11 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Although this Thursday you can catch that little sumbitch till 7.
Yeah, this sumbitch has an event, so I'm actually leaving work early and making amazing Andrew work half an hour later.
And I'm doing deliveries. So thank you again so much, Andrew. We are open to 7 p.m. on all of those days. You can also catch him on Saturdays from 11 to 5. You can catch Danica at the store on all those days except for Thursday evening because she gonna be gone. And you can catch me on Sundays from 11 to 5. I'm also looking out there and seeing Bryce. Hi, Bryce.
Hi.
I'm seeing Ben. Hey, Ben.
Hey, Ben.
I'm seeing Sean. I'm seeing Jason. I got burps. I don't want to do it right directly into here. I'm seeing Thomas. Hello. I see Kate.
Hi, Kate.
We saw Kate this weekend.
Yeah, I got to hang out with Kate for the first time in a million years, and I missed it. So
I see Bing. Hello, Bing. Do. And I believe that is all.
And hello to everybody watching this in the future. We love and appreciate you as well.
Absolutely. I'm going to head off because there's more dishes to do, but also that chip thing to upload basically so that it gets up there. That would be very good to have happen. We will see you all very soon. Thank you all for being here. And yeah, bye. Bye.